Molly, and thank you so much for taking time out of your day to hang out with me, listen to me talk about knitting, spinning, handcraft, whatever I've been up to in the week. I feel like I am overflowing in amazing things today. Coffee is brewing. I don't know if you guys can hear it. Anyway, just wanted to let you know what that background noise is. We have kicked off our knit along for the Whispering Pines shawl. It is so exciting. I was honestly blown away by the response that I received for this pattern. In the first week, I've already sold about 100 patterns, and that is so wonderful. It's such a good feeling to know that this shawl that I've put my heart into and a lot of love into, a lot of fun moments into, that you guys really enjoy it as well, and that you think it's a really pretty piece and that you actually want to knit something that I've designed. It's very inspiring. It's just, of course, exciting. And it makes me even more excited to be designing new pieces. I want to be putting out new pieces monthly. And I definitely know that that is doable. I want to do something really fun for Christmas as far as designing. Okay, so we have about 25 people who have cast on already. There are a bit of you who have as well posted your pictures, your cast on pictures, your finished pictures on Instagram. And you haven't posted them as projects on Ravelry. Post those projects on Ravelry. I want to see them. I love that you're posting them on Instagram. Hashtag them Whispering Pines KAL. Do it. I want to see all of them, and post your projects on Ravelry, because I think at the moment there are maybe 21 projects cast on, and we have a lot of chatter in the KAL thread, which is super fun. I am doing something different for this knit along as far as prizes go. So September the 18th, September is my birthday month, and each year for my birthday month I would like to, for whatever knit along we're doing, I would like to kind of host prizes each week. And each week those prizes will be my favorite things. And this week, one of my most favorite fiber shops is called Ren and Ollie. And they are fantastic. They make the most seriously gorgeous fiber I have ever seen, I've ever come across, I've ever looked at, I've ever touched, I've ever felt. The prep of this fiber is so fantastic. You can't even wrap your mind around it until you see it. So I want to show you some really fun fiber that Mia sent me. Shall I show you guys what I'm giving away for the shawl knit along? So what I will be giving away for this knit along is this gorgeous Sprinkles Bump Bat. This is such a fun gradient. There's Angelina, Superfine Merino, and Tussa Silk. So let's open this up. It's 100 grams, and it is so soft and glittery. And I believe Mia said that she spun this and is knitting up a shawl with it. So it goes from green to teal to blue to kind of a purple blue, and then a violet. And then there's black in the violet. I'm really, really into, it's one of these center pull ones, which I've never used. And whoever gets to use this one, you lucky beast, because I think it will probably be such a joy to knit, because her fiber prep Seriously, you guys. It is so fantastic. And I love that this has the black in it. Kristen from Volenvine Yarngasm podcast, her yarn brand name is, well, she doesn't just have yarn. She has lotions, hard lotions in her shop now. And I know she's dyeing up fiber. But she's been spinning a bit of blacks in her fiber. And I always think that they look so gorgeous. I know Susan B. Anderson as well has spun some fiber that has had black in it, and it has just been so gorgeous. So this prize, I will be choosing the winner of this for our knit along. This prize will be given away this week. So each week I will be sending off something new. So like you know, for my knit alongs, it doesn't mean you have to finish. It is simply being involved in the knit along. So whoever is chatting, and of course knitting, you have to have at least cast on in the knit along. So the earlier you cast on, the more of a chance you have to win something. That's one of my favorite things. Each week I have seriously such exciting things lined up. So here is my Sprinkles bump from Ren and Ollie. The next, I have a couple of things from Ren and Ollie, and all of them are absolutely stunning. So the next thing that I have from Ren and Ollie is the Sherbert Frizz. This is meant to be fractal spun, I guess, she wrote on it. And there is merino, and it's cool because I think this is the name of the sheep, and it says elf on here. So this is merino and tussa silk. It's 146 grams. And let's take this out of the bag. See, these are all so soft. You can really feel that silk in there and that shine. I love this one. I love all of them. And they're both quite different. So here's this one with the red, brown, orange, green. I want to mention before I forget that Mia from Ren and Ollie, she has a coupon code in her shop. It is Homespun 2014. You guys need to take advantage of this. If you are spinners, if you're wanting to spin, seriously, go and look at her fiber. Purchase some. You will not be sorry. Like I said, this is the month of my favorite things, and I love her fiber. It's so gorgeous. And I will put one of these on my wheel this week. I already know which one. They're so, I would love to learn how to make, how to prep fiber like this. So the next two that I have are Rolags. And these Rolags, let me tell you, are both absolutely stunning. I will be using a set of these Rolags in another giveaway. Not this week, of course, because this week I'm giving away the butterfly ball. And here is the next one. So this one's called Calligraphy. And this one has bamboo, merino, silk noil, silk waist, and tussa silk. So these ones have that gorgeous black in there. And these ones have so many different really, really vibrant colors in them. I considered putting this one on my wheel last week. Well, when these arrived. But I really wanted to work on my mitten design. And even I won't be putting this on my wheel. I've chosen something else. The last thing that I will be showing you. And there are 102 grams of this. And they're all a little bit different as far as what colors are more dominant in each Rolag. But they feel like they're really nicely prepped, quite airy, as Rolags should be, and very light. So those are very pretty. You guys are getting so much eye candy today. And then the final Rolags that I received from Mia are these ones. And this is what I will be putting on my wheel. These are Latte Rolex in Angelina Merino and Tussa Silk. This is 103 grams. I absolutely love these. I've never spun anything with Angelina in it, and I'm very excited to. I cannot wait to see all these spin up. So they have a black, a brown, and then this kind of silvery. Sometimes it looks like a little bit green. The silver does, and they're all very different, just like, you know, Rolex are. But they're all so pretty. Maybe I'll start spinning these today. I don't know. I definitely want to get them on my wheel, because before I left for Oldenburg, I was so consumed in spinning, and it was something I wanted to do all the time because of that meditative effect that it gives you. But you're just spinning it, and and it's so meditative because for me, I'm not really thinking about what I'm doing when I'm spinning. I'm definitely paying attention, but my mind is free to think about other things. And I feel like I generally think about quite deep things as I'm spinning. I know a lot of people say that it kind of lets your mind go to a place where you're not thinking about a lot of things, but for me, that's what it does. I'm really, really thinking deeply as I'm spinning, generally speaking, most of the time. So I'm excited to work on those. I haven't done any more spinning on my Spin Monkeys Rolex, which is so sad. I need to get those finished. I loved working on those. I absolutely love her fiber, and I love her Rolex as well, Tara. And I want to finish that. I would love to finish that this week. I'm always scared when I have something on the spindle that if I don't finish it, it's not going to get done. Maybe that's something that I will just have to wait and actually take with me to America. Although I don't want to take a spindle with me to America, because the spindle that I have been using, as I've shown you, is broken, kind of. Very wobbly, and I want to buy one when I'm in America. So I don't really want to be lugging around 2 spindles. Not that it even takes up that much space, but we'll see what I decide to do. Maybe I finish it before we leave. Hopefully I finish it before I leave. While we're talking about my packages, I can talk about this beautiful yarn that I got, and you guys will freak out about it. So, who did I get yarn from but Marigold Jen? So, the first time that I ever heard about Marigold Jen was when Sarah of the O-Snit podcast talked about Marigold Jen. I have the feeling that Sarah loves Marigold Jen. I don't have the feeling, I know she does. Because Marigold Jen is just fantastic. I had a look at her webpage, her Etsy page, many times and thought the way she's dyeing her yarn is really different and so gorgeous and bright compared to a lot of other indie dyers that I've looked at. She just has such a different technique and eye for what she's dyeing, and I loved it. I fell in love with it, and so here's what she sent me, and here's what I have to show you guys, because her yarn is seriously so stunning and vibrant. And the first one that I have to show you is Silver Lining, and this is her sock weight yarn. It's 463 yards, which I love. I love when you get a skein of sock yarn that has so much yardage that, for me anyway, I could have 2 of these and I could make a featherweight cardigan and it would be the right size for me. That's it. 2 skeins of yarn, I can make a featherweight cardigan, and you can make a shawl with 1 skein. It's just so generous, and there are so many more possibilities as opposed to a 400 yard skein of yarn. You can do a lot with 400 yards, of course, but I always get excited when I receive a skein that has over 450 yards. I really, really appreciate that. So this is Silver Lining, and I really like the sock base. It's a lot different than what most indie dyers are using, I think. The twist is different, the look of it is very different, but really nice. I have a pair of Lene socks in her Roxanne colorway, and I think that it's sort of the same sort of base as this one, and I've been wearing them all the time lately. They're one of my favorite socks, and it's because of the base. It's because it's so different than the other ones, and it's so comfy, and I think that that's how these ones will be when they're knit up. And this has that neon in it that is so trendy right now. I really love it. So the same sock base is this one, Sidewalk Chalk. I know Jenny is knitting a shawl in this one. She's probably finished it by now. And this is the same sock base, 463 yards, 75% merino, 25% nylon. It's kind of the same sort of dyeing technique, but with brown. At least that's what it reminds me of. I know this one's a lot brighter. This one's quite a bit more subtle. But they remind me of each other in a way. All right, so now we have 2 new bases. To me, not to me, but I mean new as opposed to the other ones. So this is sock weight yarn again. All of these are sock weight. And this is High Twist MCN, 80% merino, 10% nylon, and 10% cashmere. This is the Andromeda colorway. This is 400 yards. See, you still can knit a shawl with it. You still can knit a pair of socks. It's so crazy. I have been seriously so off of my sock kick. When I first started this podcast, I was sock crazy. I knit one after the other. I knit them so quickly, and I think I was knitting like a pair of socks every week and a half, it seemed. And maybe it's just summer. Maybe it is just summer, and maybe that's the reason why I've kind of stopped knitting socks, because I have my ice cream socks that I've been knitting. And I haven't knit on them for weeks, a month maybe, over a month. And so my mind is just like shawls, mittens. There are so many things you can do with fingering weight yarn. I know I say this all the time, but it's my favorite. It is my absolute favorite. I don't know if I will be designing many things with anything heavier than a sport DK. Because I love the finer yarns. I just do. The next thing, and my favorite, is this one. So this is Anchors Away, a sock weight yarn. It is 50% merino, 50% silk. That's why it's so shiny. And it's 437 yards. Yes, I like to hear that. And it's so soft. It is so soft. I will be using this for something. I don't know what. I haven't decided what yet. But it is gorgeous. It would make a really pretty shawl. It would make a fantastic pair of mittens. It would make really nice socks as well. I've never worn, I think 50% silk socks. For me, that seems a bit crazy, but the colorway would make really gorgeous socks, in my opinion. Jenny has a coupon code. We have like coupon codes galore today. I think I have 3. So her coupon code is a homespun house 2, the number 2, and it's all one word, a homespun house 2, for 15% off. That is such a generous coupon code. So we have Marigold Jen, 15% off a Homespun House too. Check it out. Go look at her shop. She has so many different beautifully dyed yarns. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much, Mia, for providing the fun yarn and fiber for me to use and to use for you guys for giveaways. So exciting. I forgot to show you guys. So Jenny, so cute, sent me randomly this little bag just for notions. It is called My Treat from blueq.com. It looks like it's something that's been recycled, like a recycled plastic bag. I love it. It's so cute with a little kitty cat and mouse. Thank you so much, Jenny. I love it. All right. I have so much stuff to show you guys. I should probably mention the giveaway winners for my Whispering Pines knit along, because last week I mentioned that I would be giving away 2 free patterns to 2 lucky viewers who want to knit along in the knit along. So the first winner is the Needle Nook, and that is you, Mary. The second winner is Run, Knit, More, Run, and that is you, Anne. So both of you guys each will be getting a free pattern. I will send that out to you today, and I cannot wait to see you guys cast on your shawls. I'm really excited, and I love looking at all of the shawls that you guys are knitting. I can't believe someone has finished already. Post your picture in the projects page. And it's really cool. It's very, very, very cool. All right. So, speaking of, I guess, kind of designing things, I have been really working on my mitten pattern. And so many of you wrote me for doing test knits. I will be sending out emails today letting you know who will be test knitting my pattern. I have the first mitten finished. The pattern is completely written up. And I love it. I'm very, very happy with the way that it came out. So I am using Wollenwein yarn, dyed up by Kristen herself from the Yarngasm podcast. And this is Molly's Teacup. She dyes up as well. Really different yarns, but really beautiful. I feel like her yarns are a lot more subtle in color than most yarn shops. At least the colorways of hers that I can think of. And maybe because those are the colorways of hers that I really love. But they're so gorgeous. Absolutely, absolutely gorgeous. I guess I can show you the back of the mitten. Because, no, I'm not going to show you anything. You guys can wait. But it's finished. I guess I can roll it up to kind of show you. So here is, I'll show you a section without any print on it. So here's the way that it knit up. Absolutely beautiful. And there's my finished mitten. It's so small because it is that fingering weight yarn, knit on one size 1 needles, and the second one is in the works. And this pattern will be out very soon. Obviously I have to give the test knitters time to knit on it, but I think it will be out October 1st or the end of September. But I think October 1st is a good date. So those have been a lot of fun. I'm really happy that I have the first one finished, and I look forward to finishing the second one and then knitting my new shawl design. I know exactly how I want it to look. You guys have voted, It will be a crescent-shaped shawl, which is very exciting. And I'm thinking about after I finish my shawl, I really, I know it's crazy, want to design a sweater, a fingering weight sweater. I really want to. First, I have to finish my featherweight cardigan, which is currently on the needles. Let me show you guys that. Okay, I need some help on this cardigan. I probably could have had both arms finished, but I decided to stop because, okay, so for those of you who are just tuning in, this is maybe your first episode. I have the body of the cardigan finished, and I'm knitting on the first arm. So the body looks great. I really love the way that the yarn knit up. This is Query Fiber Arts in the Dauphiny Day colorway. Tweed, love it. We all love it. And it's pooling right here. So I have this really pretty area of blues and oranges and grays, and then right here I just have blue. I have blue and gray, and that's it. And now up here it appears that it is knitting normally again. Hopefully. I don't know what to do. I wonder if I should rip it all out or just rip this part out and start with a different piece of yarn. I have no idea, but I don't like that pooling. And then I don't like here how it's a bunch of orange. I want it all to look like this. I want it all to look like that. And I hate that it doesn't. What would you guys do? What is your advice? Because I'm not happy with that. I wonder if maybe I need to change my stitch count a little bit just to make the yarn work for me. I don't know. But I love this yarn. Query Fiber is one of my favorite yarn brands. Maybe next week, the week after, we'll have a giveaway from them. And I don't know. I don't know what I should do about this sleeve, but I've put it on hold, which is sad because I want to have this done before I leave for America. I want this to be my plain sweater that I can wear when I'm on the airplane, when I am cold. And it can't be that right now because of the sleeve, because of the pooling. And that stinks. So give me your advice of what I should do. So that goes back in the bag until I hear from you. So you guys better write me, or else that's going to be in there for a very, very long time. This is for our classic Must Knits knit along with Kristen again. Here we mention her name of the Yarngasm podcast. We're hosting it together. We have prizes for this knit along. So the first prize is coloring book yarns. I would love to take this out of the package to show you, but I want to give it to you in the package. And I think that you can see the way that it looks anyway. It's very pretty. As I've mentioned, every time I look at this, I see my mitten design. I think this would look seriously beautiful. Knit up for my mittens. So that's coloring book yarns, and then the next yarn that I have is from O Loops, which is another favorite of mine. I love the girls at O Loops. Maybe they will be in a giveaway, another giveaway. So this is the colorway The Lion King, and O Loops also have a coupon code. So their coupon code is Molly Rocks, and you can get 10% off in their shop. So you guys, it is just seriously like a giveaway free for all. You need to go check them out. They have a lot of semi-solids, which I adore. Perfect shawl. This would be perfect for my shawl. That's all I gotta say about that. And I love it. I love this orange. It is so autumnal and beautiful. And it's called Lion King. So this knit along, the classic Must Knits knit along, ends October 1st. You don't have to have your project finished, just be knitting something along with us, chattering along with us, and enjoying knitting. The second thing that I am knitting for our classic Must Knits knit along is, I don't know if I can call this that it's in the classic Must Knits knit along, because it's a hat for Robert. Let me just show it to you guys so far. I cast it on before we left for Oldenburg, and then I had to rip it off because I cast on 124 stitches, and we found out that was way too big for Robert. So then we measured his head again, blah, blah, blah. We came to the fact that we needed to cast on, or I needed to cast on, because Robert doesn't knit, 124 stitches, or 112 stitches, not the same amount again. 112 stitches. And this is what I have come up with. This is how much I've knit this week. And okay, so the reason why I'm not sure that this goes along with the classic Must Knits is because it's kind of my pattern mixed with someone else's pattern. So I would like to do the top of this hat to be like the turn a square. And I know this is fingering weight yarn, so it isn't still that same pattern, but I want to use his idea of the turn a square, where it's kind of like the 4 decreases around the hat to form that square shape, because I think that will give this hat a really nice fit. So what Robert wants is, he wants a really tight fitted hat actually. He usually wears quite a baggy style hat, but he wants one that's really tight fitting but has a quite a large rim of the hat. So he wants this ribbed part to be then folded up like this, where this will frame his face, the folded rib, but he wants it to be very big. So he wants it to maybe go from here to his ears and then go all the way up to here. So he wants the rib to go quite far up on the cap of his head. So I think I will have to knit it pretty long, which is fine. I have a massive cake of yarn. This is Regia Tweed Trend and Classic. We all know that I like tweed yarn. Robert picked it out. He ordered it on Amazon all by himself. This is the colorway 09069. What a fantastic colorway name. I don't know who comes up with these, but they need to win some sort of prize, I feel like, for being so creative. Yes. So this is his hat, and I know he wants it now because it's getting cold, but I have so many other things I seriously want to do. And I know that Robert feels bad that I'm never knitting anything for him, as he says, which is seriously obnoxious. It is an obnoxious thing to hear. Anyway, this is the progress on the hat so far. It got kind of noodly at the bottom where I ripped out from the other hat. I hope that will block out. If it doesn't, I don't think Robert will realize. I won't say anything to him. And I'm knitting these on my carbons, as I am all my projects, always. I'm magic looping my mittens, by the way, my mitten design. You can knit them on double points if you want, but I like magic loop lately, especially for the mittens. You guys, my excitement has been saving up and bursting for this project, because I haven't knit on this in a very long time. What do you think it is? Take a guess. Are you right? Let's see. My Cozy Memories blanket. Aww. As I lose my stitch marker. I love switching up my stitch marker for my Cozy Memories blanket, because I just used one stitch marker for the center where I'm doing my decreases. And I've almost always used this one. Last Christmas, I used a Christmas tree, which I made myself from an earring that my mom sent me. And here is this amazing ball of yarn from the Caffeinated Sheep on Ravelry or on Etsy. And last night, I just started using this pretty little flower stitch marker from Lene Yarns. And let's show you guys what I have done this week. Because for not working on it in a long time, I've gotten quite a bit of progress on this. And this blanket has been growing. It is amazing. It's so amazing to see how big it is. It's like, I feel like this is like the dream blanket because it is something that I started working on. I originally started making hexapuffs and I think I knit almost 50 of them or so. And then I knit them with a color palette in mind. I bought baby alpaca yarn in blues, greens, burnt orange, this mustardy yellow, cream, just these sorts of colors, which is funny to me now because I wouldn't choose these colors again. But I bought them maybe a year and a half ago. And I started knitting my hexapuff blanket. I had so much fun knitting them, and then it sizzled. I wasn't enjoying it anymore. And maybe it's because I had this palette in my mind for the yarn. And it just got boring. It was way too big of a project to use with these same exact colors. I couldn't do it. I didn't want to do it. So I set it aside and I need to finish this seat cover for 8OD's seat. I should finish that. Anyway, so then I had this idea to make this blanket, this Cozy Memories blanket. And I kind of had the feeling that maybe I would never finish it and that would be okay and blah, blah, blah. So I know I will finish it at some point. At least I hope. But I call it kind of is the dream blanket because it's something that I always wanted to do and wanted to finish. Always, this means when I cast it on. But I never really, I guess, kind of thought that I would. So the fact that it's growing and that it is definitely big enough that I can cover my lap with it comfortably is fantastic. It's so exciting. So I'm going to show you, I've been knitting up Nina's yarn, the yarn that Nina sent me. And I think I'm just about finished with the yarn that she sent me. Let's see what I have. I think I have 2 skeins left. I have a Christmas one, which I have in my bedroom, which I'm saving for Christmas. I'm saving the little Christmas skeins to be working on when it's Christmas time. I have 2 of them right now. So I'm excited about that. All right, so last week I had just cast this one on. I finished it. I knit this one, which is stunning. I love working with this random like sprinkled yarn. Then I knit this one, the Malabrigo, which is gorgeous. Then I knit this one, which I guess Nina had cast on a couple of times to knit a couple of different things. The yarn never worked for her. It's still sitting in her stash. Nina, knit something with it. It was so much fun to knit. I adore the colorway. It screams me. Knit something for me. I'm totally kidding. Nina does so much for our group. She's the one who has organized the swap, where we swap our mini skeins around. She is so fantastic. Amazing person. Amazing person. She does so much. Nina, you do not have to knit me a shawl. I'm completely kidding. I love this yarn, but you need to knit something with it because it's too pretty to sit. It's too pretty to sit. And then she sent me this one. Really fun to work with again. So soft. This one, which she said she fell in love with. I think she maybe got it at a farmer's market. I can't remember exactly. I can completely understand why you fell in love with it. It is gorgeous. Oh my goodness. I knit the same yarn twice. I knit the same yarn twice! Seriously, right next to each other. Look at this. I do not even know how that happened. What is going on with my mind? You guys, I have no idea. Okay, that's kind of disturbing me a little bit because I do not remember knitting with this yarn twice in the last week. Okay, then I have this one, this one, this one, which I actually ran out of up to here, and then I added a little bit of white that I got from Helga. She sent me a skein that had, it's kind of like a Halloween skein. It had black, well, I have it knit up in here. This one. She sent me this skein, so I used the white from it to finish this square. Then she sent me this one, another speckled one, this one, and this one. So I will soon be moving into my mini skeins from Philippa because I'm trying to use my mini skeins in the order that they come to me. And then I have Philippa's mini skeins. Then I have Tara from Spin Monkey, and then I have Melinda. But it's quite a bit of mini skeins. I think I have enough for... And then I'm getting our package from our mini skein swap because I'm the next person on the list. My package should be arriving any day. And I'm excited to see what's inside of it. It would be nice if I got it right before the podcast next week because then I can show it to you guys. If not, that will stink because I will send it out as soon as I get it. Yeah, so I am loving working on this. Let's see how many squares I knit this week. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 squares. So fantastic. And hashtag this as well. Cozy Memories Blanket on Instagram. So Cozy Memories Blanket. There are already a bit of projects in there. 80 something, I think. People have been asking me for the pattern for this. I am not using a pattern. I have seen a lot of patterns. You guys, look at it when it's folded up. Isn't that like getting so big? Anyway, I have seen a lot of patterns like mine on Ravelry. But I wasn't super happy with any of them. I thought they all looked nice, but I didn't like the stitch count. I didn't like the way that a lot of them were laid out. So I wrote up my own. And there's no pattern for it. So if you want to knit one like it, just look up all different kinds of mitered squares on Ravelry and or sock blankets. And I'm sure that you can find something similar to this blanket. It's so much fun. If you haven't cast one on, cast one on. Join our mini skein swap if you want to get some mini skeins going. It's too much fun. It's so much fun. It is nice to have it. Each square probably takes me 30 minutes at the most. It's just nice to have those beautiful yarns that you can just knit up quickly, and then you have a new yarn that you can use, and another new yarn, and another new yarn. And for those of you like me who use fingering weight all the time, it's such a doable project, and there are always swaps going around for mini skeins. A lot of independent dyers sell mini skeins. I love it. It is my ongoing, just, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain this knit because it gives me a completely different feeling than anything else that I'm knitting. I love knitting it. Other than knitting, because I feel like since our handwork along, I haven't really been doing much outside of knitting, which is really sad. But I mean, I've been pattern writing, but that's knitting as well. I have been doing a lot of cutting of fabric because I really want to be selling project bags very, very soon. I don't know if you've noticed, but my webpage is completely different than the way that it looks, and the web address is completely different than it was. Before it was homespun.de, but now it is a homespunhouse.com. And even if you go to homespun.de, it will redirect you to a homespunhouse.com. But if you notice, there is a shop section in there, and there's nothing in the shop at the moment, but there soon, when I return back from America, will be things in the shop. And there won't just be fabric or project bags made from fabric. There will be, you guys, this is very exciting. Maybe I'll talk about it next week. But there will be very, very exciting things going on in a homespun house. It's a dream. This year is just such a dream for me because so many amazing things are happening and coming together. And just keep your eyes out for homespunhouse.com because my shop is going to be filled soon with amazing things. I think I'll talk about it next week. I am not 100% sure. This is something that that has been marinating and I have been planning for a very long time. And I haven't decided if I want to let you guys know what is going on for a homespun house now, or if I just want to let you know as soon as the doors open and the homespun house shop is open and offering you everything that it will offer you. I don't know, but it's very exciting. I've been busy this week, like I said, cutting out fabric and making phone calls and preparing things for a homespun house. It's a fantastic time in my life. So many things are going on, so many things are changing. Very, very exciting things are happening. Things that will slowly be shared with you over the months, over the weeks, and it's just wonderful. I have some footage that I'm sharing with you at the end of this episode because I know you guys miss that. Some time that we spent at Robert's parents' house, some time that we spent at Tiopak, and just fun times. Like I mentioned, this isn't something I will be doing in every podcast, just when I feel like it, just when inspiration hits. So I hope that you enjoy those videos at the end. I will see you all next week. Bye. We are in Oldenburg, or not in Oldenburg. We are at Robert's parents' house, and I thought, why not? You guys love these videos, so I will show you guys a little tour. Here is their kitty cat, Susie, relaxing and resting outside. Then, hello, here I am. You come in. And here's a little bike that we've been trying for Elodie to ride on. Then you come in, and here are lots and lots of flowers. There's Robert's grandma. She's visiting us. We're grilling this evening with her. It's crazy, like a little oasis here. Very relaxing. That's Robert's mom, Elodie, and them. Isn't it crazy gorgeous? And then here, this is the little pond that I've talked about that you can go swimming in. It's quite deep. It's definitely deeper than Robert. I think it's about 8 feet at the end over here. And then here you can grill. This is where we're usually grilling. This is the stove that coal and things are put in for grilling. And we'll grill here this evening. We definitely can't go swimming today because it's 23 degrees. And here, yeah, they have grapes for eating, which is really nice. And all of these really, really pretty plants. It's such a nice place for Elodie to come, and us too, because it's so relaxing. And for those of you who've been following me on Instagram for quite a while, there's where they hang up their laundry, and here are the horses. I don't know where they are. If they... here's one of them. And we're usually feeding them leftover Brötchen. There's a couple of them. There's more than one. And yeah, they have fruit all over. They have an apple tree in the back. Here are some blackberries. Well, those ones aren't ripe, but here are the ripe ones. Delicious. And up here are some more grapes. Let's see if I can find some nice ones. Here's a big, a lot of them, but they're not ripe yet, so they're still quite bitter. And oh, there's the horse. Another spider web. I feel like every time I take out my camera, I happen to stumble upon a crazy spider web. We have breakfast out here quite often. When my parents visited, we had breakfast out here. And Elodie plays in her sandbox here, swings. It's seriously such a nice place to visit. And it's always so relaxing. I always enjoy it. And I'm seriously going to knit now. I'm going to sit and knit for a little bit. Robert and his dad are spending some time together. They always have some activities that they're doing. And Elodie and Renata are playing together. And I'll just sit and knit for a little bit, drink some water or tea. And then I will relax. And then we'll grill later this evening. So we are in Reut, which is where a house that Robert's grandparents actually owned for a while. Now his dad owns it. And I guess at some time Robert will probably own it. We will. And it's crazy pretty here. It's just really magical. Like a lot of the places that we actually visit. So Robert and his dad are fixing up the house. They're putting a new kitchen in. We'll be able to use it all next summer if we want. For a couple of months, just stay there. So now here we're going down to the water. So this is what it looks like. We've already walked away from the house. There are a lot of houses there. You can hear all the birds. And das Garten?
So machen wir uns das.
Ich mag das nicht. Mit die Bäume. Es sieht zu modern aus, finde ich. Ich meine, die rote, wie heißt das von die Baum? Milch sieht schön aus, aber...
Coming, Elodie.
Es kann schön aussehen, aber mit so viele... Magst du das? Mit so viele runde Bäume?
Ich finde das schön, ja. Du magst die wilde Natur?
Ja, besser. Elodie is crazy excited to be going down to the water. You can see her running.
Langsam.
You can see it up through here. She likes to throw the rocks in there. But it's so pretty when you look up, you just see all of these trees.
Das ist mein Lieblingshaus hier, was um die Ecke ist.
And now we're getting to Renata's favorite house, she said. Warum?
Weil es wie ein richtiges Wohnhaus ist.
Ah, viel größer als den anderen.
Hier, das hier, wo das Gitterfenster ist.
This one, because she says it's one of the biggest ones. Like the real houses. Yeah. We're almost to the water. We came here with my parents when they went to visit, and it was really cold outside, but we still went swimming. Renata was the first one in. Ich erzähle von wann du ins Wasser gesprungen
Ja, ich
bist.
hab's verstanden.
Wann es so kalt war. So this will be fun. I look forward to having Elodie grow up and spend summers in a place like this. So here we are. Here we've arrived. And here are some of the little holiday homes. So nice with all the nature. And the canoes and things.
Die ganze Zeit. Außerdem hat der Onkel schon geschimpft, weil wir nicht so viel Steine reinschmeißen dürfen. Jetzt gehen wir in den Wald und dann gucken wir, ob wir die Waldmumpel finden.
Was ist das?
Eine Waldmumpel?
Ja.
Ja, Mama. Das ist etwas ganz Besonderes. Ja.
Yeah, we're going to the animal, like a little zoo today. Wo ist das in Delitzsch? Oder wie heißt Delitzsch?
Ja, Delitzsch.
Delitzsch.
In den Zoo.
That's Robert's mom. I love these trees that have the vines going up it. Spider web, we know. I love those.
Genau.
All of the pine cones. Look at the little baby. There's the little baby. Look. Look at the little baby. Elodie, guck mal, hier ist eine kleine Baby.
Oh, ein kleines Baby.
Ja.